137-96. The Grizzlies are winners over the Sacramento Kings. A franchise record 42 assists, 56 bench points, 56-40. The Grizzlies win the paint. 22-5. The Grizzlies win second chance points. 18-8. The Grizzlies win fast break points. That's Jessica Benson walking right behind me. Bennett Doyle's in the other side of the glass. Some of you are listening on 92.9 FM ESPN. Some of you are watching live on the Grind City Media YouTube page. You can join us in the show chat there. You also can get in touch with us, 901-445-0929, 901-445-0929. Wes Warwick is our studio engineer. He will answer your calls. He will put you on the air with us. Grizzlies get a win, 137-96, snap a 5-game losing streak, and we got everything tonight. Bennett Doyle.
Yeah, I mean, you knew when you got the news earlier that Domantas Sabonis was going to be out for this game, that the Grizzlies were going to have a matchup advantage tonight, and you knew as soon as the game tipped off that they were going to have absolutely no answer for Zach Edey or, frankly, any of the Grizzlies' bigs, and the Grizzlies took advantage of that. Santi Aldama tied a career high. Zach Edey went really big in his start. Edey finished with 16 points. 4 rebounds. Probably could have had more, frankly, but they didn't need him to. Jock Landale had 21 points off the bench. So, yeah, I mean, they just had a matchup advantage in size. They took advantage of it all night and moved the ball really well tonight. Listen, the Kings are not good. Like, we can acknowledge that.
Kangs are Kangsin or whatever they say.
We can acknowledge that first and foremost.
The teams are down.
They are down bad. They are down bad. But the Grizzlies took advantage of it, man. I mean, it was really never in doubt from the tip.
Oh, and we will get to my guy, Jock Landale. We will get to him. Jessica Benson, you have joined us from Federal Express Forum. Congratulations on your Zach Edey interview. Did you stand on something?
No, I had a small heel on. I could have used a bigger heel.
Yeah, when I heard when Marcus Tucker said, Jessica Benson is joined by Grizzlies center Zach Edey. I'm like, oh, she's going to be like.
I felt like Draymond Green trying to fight Victor Wembanyama.
You're going to wake up in the morning like, oh my gosh, the back of my neck is killing me.
Yes, Zach Edey, big smile on his face. I think just happy to be back in this building, happy to be playing. And for everybody who's been on Edey Coward Minutes Watch, they both played 25 tonight, but you didn't need them for a minute more, and I thought they both maximized every minute that they were on the court. Listen, like, sometimes the best way to get over being down bad is to play someone down badder than you. And that is what happened tonight. Yeah. And that's the second time this has happened for this team. Yeah. I called tonight's game a must-win, and that can sound hyperbolic, but I said the exact same thing before the Dallas Mavericks game. Because when you have gettable games in front of you, when you are down as many bodies as they are and still figuring things out as they are, you have to capitalize on the teams that are really struggling. And the Kings are really struggling.
They are, whatever is beyond struggling, like that is what the Sacramento Kings are.
Yeah, it kind of feels like a euphemism to just say, oh, they're struggling.
On the Zach Edey thing, and I'm sure we'll dive into Zach Edey. I'm sure callers are going to have a ton to say about Zach Edey too, for the ones that call in. I will say with Edey, one thing that this team has needed, and one thing that has been true, whether it was the loss to Cleveland, whether it was the loss to San Antonio, one thing you do see with Zach Edey that this team needed, it's not before you say somebody really tall or what, they needed somebody that plays with some force. Yeah. And he does. Like, he plays, like, he tries to dunk violent. Like, he had a dunk where our guy Devin Walker posted it on his Instagram page, where one of his dunks, like, he was from outside the lane, the dribble, step in, and just freaking hammer the ball in.
I mean, that one, he's hanging on the rim. He's 7'4", hanging on the rim.
Like somebody to play with some force, some attitude.
It's frankly the difference between him this year and last year.
It really
last year, he'd lay it in, he'd bobble the ball a little bit when he caught it underneath the basket. Like, he's finishing with authority for sure.
Well, even the game the other night, there were so many times when he just went to his hook shot. Yeah. Just go to the rim. You are bigger and stronger than anybody else on the court. And that hit immediately tonight because that's what we saw.
And there are also times where last year it was also like, okay, Zach, you're in the way. you're just kind of in the way. And that was his, it's rookie year. You're figuring this stuff out. And that's not the case anymore. Like, that's not the case. Like, the guy knows exactly what he's doing, and they need him out there. And he plays with force, and he plays with a level of physicality, and I don't give a that you absolutely need, and that this freaking team has needed. 901-445-0929. Lang, what's up, man? Lang is on the line, host of the warm-up show, where he
Lang's also like right through the glass across from you in my office.
Hi, Lang.
Yeah, you're all waving to me. I'm still here, yeah. This morning I went to shoot around, and Vince Williams was one of the players they made available to speak. And Vince was talking about that Spurs game and playing point guard and kind of having to right now fill in as the point guard with everybody hurt. And Vince said, I was watching film, and there's a couple of times I missed Zach on lobs, and that's something I want to keep an eye on for tonight. I didn't know what kind of performance we would get from this Grizzlies team tonight, coming off 5 straight losses. And, yes, I know the Kings are a disaster at the moment, but the Grizzlies have looked a little confused this last week or so to me. And we've seen kind of like flashes of what it could be, where they'll play great for 5 minutes, 7 minutes. But then tonight it all clicked. And I definitely did not have Vince Williams finishing with 15 assists on my bingo card for tonight. I asked him, I was like, did you play point guard before? And he was like, oh, yeah, I played point guard as a kid. But I playing point guard in the NBA is a totally different thing. I still wouldn't quite qualify Vince as a point guard, but his ability to get the ball up the court and then find the open guy tonight. And then also, like, as Coach Isolo said pregame, Vince's point of attack defense is so valuable to this team, guarding the other team's point guard and keeping the other team from getting into their offense quickly or easily makes a huge difference, I think. And then, once you got Jalen and Cedric Howard guarding the other wing players, it's really tough for these other teams. And when you're shooting the ball like you do tonight, I mean, the Grizzlies took 53s tonight, and they made, 17 of them? So just a real all-around effort. I said to Jessica on the Grind City Rewind that as far as the Kings go, the last time a monarchy was this disappointing, Meghan Markle was involved. They were a mess. The Grizzlies look great. All is well in the world, at least for one night. I don't have a question. I just say I enjoyed that one. See you guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Lang. The Vince Williams stuff. We're going to get to this in the second segment. I've written down some stuff, or I've typed it out. I'm going to ask you if it is real, if it's not real, or
I love that.
Or maybe it's real. Just a couple of things for both teams.
Good.
I like it. Real.
Yeah, and it's some of them are pretty they're pretty broad. Like you can go whatever way you want to go with it. But I will say Vince is like always kind of been the dude who's like, or at least for a little while, it has been earlier this season and even a little bit last season where it's like. He make a really good play, but then there'd be like 2 or 3 plays after that where you're like, what is happening right now? What are you doing? And it feels like we're getting more towards like a 1-to-1 on that rather than like a 1-to-3. I kind of think, do I like Vince Williams point guard?
I'll say it. It doesn't have to be Vince Williams point guard. Vince Williams real. Vince Williams is a real rotation piece for this team, and the fact that he can perhaps flex comfortably into being an additional ball handler, but that's not like the best of Vince Williams, even though he had 15 assists tonight and he was dumping it to Zach Edey with perfection. But what he gives to you defensively, I mean, he was diving on the floor for that ball at the end of the first half.
Because he wanted it.
30, because he wants it. Because he's playing for minutes, he's playing for a spot, but from a standpoint of what he brings from the wing rotation,
Kings didn't want it.
Vince Williams, real.
Vince Williams wants it. Kings didn't want it.
Kings did not want it.
The Kings did.
I consistently found myself over the course of the last few games finding myself saying out loud, I really like how Vince Williams is playing for this team. I'm just saying.
You know what I was doing? I had a 101 rookie card of Vince Williams, and I sold it. And I'm wishing I wouldn't have sold it. I'm wishing I would have held. Hey, what do they say in stock? The HODL? Hold or whatever, but they spell it wrong. I don't know how that works.
I mean, his stat line was 4 points, 5 rebounds, 15 assists,
Point
2
God
steals,
Vince.
3 turnovers. I think he only had 1 turnover at half.
Point
2 of those
God
came late in the
Vince.
game. I'm just saying.
Miss Betty.
Hello.
Miss Betty, congrats on your FedEx delivery of the game tonight.
She was the FedEx delivery of the game.
She was.
You know what? That's the first time, and I guess I've been a season ticket holder for maybe 12, 13 years, and that's the first time I've ever gotten one. But I know we said we that section 104 don't really get those kind of packages except this year. So I'm glad the front office is starting to put that over in the 104 section. So I really like that. So thank you very much. That's right. You all sit right above me. We had a good time in 104 today because we won the game. It was great to win. To be in the win column, however we won, we know that the Kings was on the losing end, just like we were. But it was good to win. I want to say a couple things. I agree with Jessica in terms of Vince. He has gotten better, much better. Tonight, I saw a lot of good, solid defense. I'm not even talking about the offense because it was off the chain. But Edie grew up from last season to this season. He actually is stronger. He seems to be more assertive and aggressive out there as opposed to last year. So we had said it last year. Just give him a little time to do some weights during the summer, to get some more playing in. He's going to be fantastic, and he was fantastic tonight. Both our bigs were. So I'm very pleased with what I saw tonight, and I'm trying my very best to keep people from not being negative about this team. And although I don't like how the coach is doing his rotations, let's still be positive about our team. We got a lot of injuries. We still haven't seen the full range of what our team can do. But let's keep positive, keep coming to the game, keep cheering them on. And I think we will – it's going to be a turnaround. I just feel it in my bones. I like what I saw tonight. They played aggressive, fast-paced, run up and down the court, defensively, offensively. It was a really good game. So I'm going to say hats off to the coach tonight as well as hats off to the team. And that's all I got. Wait. One more thing. Yep. Jessica,
yes,
you were doing your interview with Edie, and I almost laughed a little bit because you're short like I am. And I'm saying, I said, hope she doesn't have to jump up with the mic, but you did great.
Thank you. What if I had given a little hop with every answer?
All right, thank you guys. Have a great night.
Thanks, Miss Betty.
Okay, she mentioned something there about the team. She mentioned something about the team play hard, and this is true. Like, if you do think about this broader since Edie came back, Cleveland game and the San Antonio game, they were the Cleveland game. They were up after the third quarter. They were up going into the fourth. They were up like 7, weren't they?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the fourth quarter was a disaster.
Yes.
Even the Spurs game, it did not turn into a disaster until like the final 2 minutes, really.
So what was the
Frankly,
difference?
like the final minute 40. Yeah, the Grizzlies were up 84-76 at the end of the third.
It was a close enough game.
The Cavs game.
And you were facing 2 teams who had their closer.
Yeah.
And this team, they played fantastic tonight.
Yeah.
But if you were in a tight game, who are you giving the ball to down the stretch?
You're giving the ball to John, you're going to run high pick and roll with Edie.
Over and over.
Or you're going to run ISO, or you're going to run an ISO for Jaren. Because one of the things that has been noticeable, too, in the games that Jaren's gotten to play with Edie is that they don't just so easily double Jaren because Edie's on the court.
Takes
and
so much attention.
Yes, you cannot
ignore him.
You cannot ignore him at all, and the lob threat is real because God knows we have a bunch of guys who are terrible at throwing lobs, but they're not terrible at throwing lobs to Zach Edey because he is so freaking tall. It is almost impossible to throw a bad lob to that guy.
It's so hard to mess up a lob.
It is so hard to mess up a lob for Zach Edey.
No, but I think it was the kind of thing where tonight, one, I don't know if the Kings. Let me rephrase. The Kings do have closers on this team. We've seen Zach LaVine kill this team before. We've seen DeRozan kill this team. We've seen Dennis Schroeder kill this team before. But the Grizzlies got out to a huge lead and never let it get close. They never got to a point where you are thinking to yourself, God, if only they had Ja or Jaren at the end of this game, because they were up 30+ and it was over.
It was over.
So they were comfortable.
And that team had no care in the world of coming. We will get to one of theirs. There's a player that they have that I've been a fan of for a while. And I to the tear, and I was like, please get him out of there. Like, this can't be it. Like, you got to get this guy out of there. 901-445-0929. Travis, you're up.
Hey guys, I don't mean to be that guy right now, but are we? And I haven't got to watch much this year, but are we that much better of a team with Ja off the floor, or at what point do we just need to blow it up and start over? That may be an outrageous.
Well, damn, Travis,
you played the Kings tonight.
Travis, we just won by like 50 points, and you're talking about bad stuff. Like, come on, man. At least wait till we lose to do that.
Yeah. And I completely get it, but like I'm saying, yeah, we beat a really bad Kings team tonight, but it was without our superstar. You know, like I guess my question is like, is it because Ja was off the floor, or are the Kings just that awful?
The Kings are that awful.
It is so hard to beat a team in the NBA without a point guard.
I think
you can beat the Kings.
The thing that thank you for the call, Travis. I appreciate it. 901-445-0929, 901-445-0929. The thing that Edey coming back has really kind of reinvigorated me. Even the way that Spurs game ended, and it was left such a sour taste in your mouth. The thing that it has reinvigorated me in the point of, okay, I want to see all these guys together now, because I have the thought of
we saw it for 6 minutes.
I actually think they do have something here. Am I saying like, oh, they're going to go to the West Finals or they're going to go to the finals? Like, no, I'm not saying that, but like, I think they got something.
They are better than the other really bad teams.
Yes.
And I think we can factually say that right now. And that is intel.
Yes.
TBD how it all looks when
if they can get everybody healthy,
on the court.
Hopefully we get an update on Ty Jerome tomorrow. It seems like we're going to get an update tomorrow on Ty Jerome.
But obviously, so much of Coach Isolo's system involves Zach Edey. Like, this was always a very big piece of this. And we have not seen it other than 6 minutes against the Cavs with Ja, Jaren, Zach, Cedric Howard being moved into the starting lineup. So I'm giving it some time. But what I can definitively say is they are not as bad as the Kings.
Yeah.
And they were not as bad as the Mavs when they beat them here 2 weeks ago.
And they were not as bad as the Pelicans when they beat them on opening night. They were not as bad as the Pacers.
Yes.
And look.
And that is good things to be drawing conclusions 16 games into the season.
And they do have a road win over the Phoenix Suns, who are 9-6.
Yes.
And it seems like we thought it was going to be amazing to have the Phoenix Suns pick, and it doesn't seem like it's going to be amazing right now. But you never know. We said it is a long season. So if we believe the Grizzlies can come back from a 4-11 hole, now 5-11, then we believe the Suns could fall apart from a 9-6 early season advantage. 901-445-0929. Steve, you're up.
Hey, guys. Well, y'all kind of took my talking point, actually. I was just about to talk about, like, we're now seeing how the other half lives in the NBA. We've been so bummed out. Some of these teams stink. And
and they have real players, too. Like, they have real talent. Yeah. Like, they do have real talent.
Yeah, but I guess my point is just, like, there are some people online, especially who are talking about, like, maybe this is kind of a quiet quit season because the draft is so good, and especially with Washington trending the way we are, we're not going to get that draft pick, so we're going to get the two best of us, Orlando and Phoenix, and none of those picks are going to be in, like, the top 6. Like, Brooklyn's going to be worse, Washington's going to be worse, Sacramento, Dallas, probably New Orleans, probably the Pacers. Like, it's a really good draft, but I don't think that we need to be putting too many chips in it, because best case scenario, unless we have insane lottery luck, this is going to be like, 7th or 8th pick, which will be a nice player, but not a transformational type player.
Yeah. Well, look, that's a long way away.
You also might have gotten a transformational player in Cedric Howard.
You might have one in Cedric Howard. You really might. Like, he's
that 3 at the end.
Yes, that's like the corner, the one in the corner on Westbrook. Yeah, we're talking about that same 3. Yeah. We all looked. We looked at each other after that. We were like, "Oh, okay." Like, that's. Yeah. So they may have something there. Steve, thank you for the call. 901-445-0929. Adrian.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
What's up, man?
Man, feeling good about a win. Even
Have
though,
to be. Did you go eat? Are you eating your depressing chicken tonight, or did you?
No, they were closed. They closed early on Thursday. So.
Oh, otherwise you were going to.
Otherwise
It's become
you'd be
like
there.
it's like tradition.
Yeah, because I don't too much like the food in there, to be honest. But it feels good to come out of there, with a win, especially a big win like that. And it's like, kind of like when you first taste something that you never tasted or you hadn't tasted in a long time, and it's good, and all of a sudden you want to keep on tasting it. So hopefully, that taste of win tonight, kind of encourage him to keep on and keep on going to get some more wins in. Edie, golly, like you guys have been saying, that is like a total transformation basically from what we saw in him last year. He's becoming a dominant force, which is good. And we can see now how much we actually missed him. At the beginning, so that's encouraging. And like everybody's been saying, once we get all the pieces to this puzzle together, I think we're going to do good. Just a little bit of history here that my rep sent me just the other day. Sent me a text. He said, man, do you realize in 2010, 2011, when the Grizzlies first won a playoff game and a playoff series, they started out 8-14. So, and like you just stated, it's a long season.
I know who your ticket rep is.
Who?
I know who your ticket rep is.
Because you gave that stat.
Because I gave him that stat. Yeah, I gave him that stat. The Grizzlies that year, 2010, 2011, they did not even hit 500. They didn't hit 500 until January 29th.
Yeah. So, I mean, hey, if they've done it before, they can do it again. That's
Absolutely.
Why,
it's a long season, man.
Long season. We're at the beginning. I mean, it's like, and stuff that I see online, like, people like the skies falling down, and I'm like, man, we at the beginning. This is the beginning. I know maybe we're not getting with all this new stuff, but maybe, quite possibly, they may get it. You know what I'm saying? And it may be something that the rest of the league is not ready for. We don't know.
For sure.
So I'm trying to stay positive. Getting ready to hit the road. I'm doing my first road trip Saturday. So
going to Dallas.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna have a Dallas weekend. Grizzlies and them other people.
Well, stay away from the places Zion loves so much in Dallas. It's the word he's talking about on a podcast. So just stay away from. I guess. I don't know. That's what he said on this. I can't remember what podcast it was, but yeah, they were talking about their favorite road cities, and like one of Zion's teammates go, he loves Dallas. It's like Zion was like, and Zion just started smiling a bunch. So yeah, man, enjoy Dallas.
Yeah. All right, y'all.
All right, thanks, Adrian. 901-445-0992. He's so right. Like, I know it is the Kings, but that's why when I look at this, I bring up the bigger picture, and I'm like, like 3 quarters, they were there against Cleveland.
They played well for a half against the Thunder.
And yes, and then even 3 4/5 of the game against San Antonio, they're right there. Who, by the way, the Spurs team knocked off the Hawks tonight with the same group that beat us the other night. They beat the Hawks tonight by double digits too. So, like, there is something there. And I know you got Dallas Saturday, go beat Dallas. And then everybody may say, oh, Denver will come in here on Monday. Like, Denver just lost to the Bulls, and they were also just in a really, really close game.
The Pelicans.
With the Pelicans last night.
Eric Queen 8.
Yes.
And then Jokic decided to start respecting
and then Jokic,
and it went that way. But
and then
still.
But it was a 7-point game. Like, they won by 7. Like, man, some people just, 901-445-0929. Let's get through these callers. Dave.
Hey,
hello, Dave.
How's it going?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Is it true that you make people refer to you as Big White around the studio?
Now, I don't make
It's
them.
Grande Blanco.
Is it Blanco or Blanco?
Don't ask questions.
Isn't Blanca is that's not the
Okay. I realized I was blending two languages.
Yeah.
Because in French, it would be Grand Blanc.
Yeah, I don't want to be that.
You don't want to be the Le Grand Blanc?
No. No,
Okay.
my gosh, no.
Well, there we go. I think I just killed Big White, so you're
Yeah,
welcome.
I'm good with Big White though. Jessica refuses to call me
refuse
Big
to call
White.
you that.
She can't even look at me and call me Big White.
I cannot.
All right. What's up, Dave?
Mr. White. Yes. About the game, I mean, I'm just going to take this win. I mean, as everyone's been saying, the inclusion of Edie has changed. It's like affecting everyone else. I hate to give Verno more credit here, but when he kept saying we have to get the pieces back to see how it all fits, Edie has made people better. Even though he's just a center, but he's taking up space. He's actually catching the ball, and you know all the things that Jock can't do. And you know, and then Cedric into the starting lineup. Those two moves again. Sacramento, they're a disgrace of a team. They're terrible with all that talent. I don't know what the hell's going on there, but it's to me, it's a step forward. It's a positive. We can take something out of this game and see that these two are working, and we've just got to figure out everything else around it to go.
Yeah, I mean, all right. Thanks, Dave. I mean, I think that what's kind of what we've been at here for this show is like the more since Edie's been back, we think that like, okay, yeah, they have something here and we want to see this here and we want to see what it looks like.
Yeah. It's also hard because you don't want to oversell a win over the Kings, but it is also a long season, and I think it's an appropriate thing to feel good about a win, not just a win.
Celebrate them.
An absolute butt kick.
Bludgeoning.
They beat their brains.
This team needed this. And I think you saw it from everybody, from their energy on the court, the reactions of the guys who were out on the bench. John and Jaren were up and cheering and involved consistently, and the coaches were, and it was just a completely different feel. And I think that is something to genuinely celebrate tonight. And yes, the next step in this will be, okay, when we see it with Ja, Jaren, and Edie. And frankly, we will not know what it is until we see that. Yeah. But you can take positives across the board. I mean, from Cedric Coward to Edie to Vince Williams to Jock Landale looking like a really capable bench big, again, against a Kings team that had no interior force whatsoever. But Santi was cooking tonight. Ties his career high with 29. So you can look at all of those things, but then also understand that the next evolution to this, you cannot really make true opinions until you see it with everybody against a good team, right? I think that'll be the next step. Like win this team, and I'll say win, beats a good team, then you can change the conversation another notch.
Right. And they'll get a chance to do that. They'll get a chance to actually beat the first good team. The next good team they play will be the Nuggets. Now, hopefully we do get Jerry. You mentioned Jaren Jackson Jr. The hope is you get him back hopefully Saturday. That this is like a one-game thing.
They called him day-to-day, and I think it was good that he was doubtful and not just out immediately.
He came back in the other night, too.
He played.
Yeah, we saw it probably swelled up, and it's like, all right, well, let's just hold you out against
But he was up. He wasn't in any kind of
You don't want to play that game. They knew they were going to win this game tonight. I mean, come on. You knew from the jump.
I mean, they're on the second night of a back-to-back, too. It's like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of gave their effort against the Thunder last night because they kept it relatively respectable against Oklahoma City. They didn't get run out.
They did not.
They did not get run out of that one. 901-445-0929. Chuck.
Hey, y'all. Quick question. Did Josh's father, growing up in South Carolina, and Ray Allen have a relationship when they were younger?
Josh's dad and Ray Allen, yeah, they played. I think they played high school together or something.
Okay. You're talking about one of the best shooters ever to play in the NBA. And I love Ja. He's got a great game. But has Ja ever taken the time over the summer to work on his shooting? Because he needs to.
All right.
I'm just being honest.
Okay, Chuck, thank you for the call. Ja Morant did not play tonight, and I'm not with Ja Morant this summer, so I have no idea what he's working on with his game. So I have no idea what he's doing. But he also did not play tonight, and it's not going to play Saturday night, and it's not going to play Monday night. Now, if you wanted to bring up
topic.
Yeah, now fair is fair here. If you wanted to bring up Ja Morant on this show and Ja Morant's shooting, probably Wednesday, November 5th against the Rockets when he was 1 of 7 from 3 would have been the night to do that. But I don't want to talk about that when he didn't even play in this game. Oh, man, I love you. I love these callers. Amazing. Paul, you're up. This will be our last one. What's up, Paul?
Hello, can y'all hear me?
Paul, do you want to complain about OJ Mayo?
No. Oh, no, I loved OJ. He was one of the best.
Okay. What, Kyle Anderson, did he do something? You want to talk about that now?
Oh, no, I'm going to leave y'all with positive notes here. These were all things that I took from basically my baby brother telling me. He was like, they're doing a lot of passing and a lot of jumping and dunking. It's a little 9-year-old. The Grizzlies had 47 assists tonight, franchise record.
Yep.
Ball movement was really working tonight without the two stars. That would kind of make sense. You don't have guys kind of, dominating the ball. Even though I don't believe in domination. If you're the best player, you got to have the ball. Here's my last note. I'm going to give y'all some names, and I want you to find a common ground. Vince Williams Jr., Jaren Jackson Jr., Mike Conley Jr., Chris Atkins, Desmond Bain, John Morant, Mike Bibby, Jason Williams, Benjamin Stoudemire, Greg Anthony, and our very own Brevin Knight. What do those guys have in common?
15 assists in a game.
Yes. And that was by far the best stat of the night because Vince gets a lot of hate about being a point guard. Rosa, you give it to him. I give it to him too. But for him
everybody does.
Assists, for him to have 15 assists, attaboy for Vince. That's all I have.
Good stuff.
He didn't choose to be a point guard.
Man. There's no need to complain, dog. Let's go. Go Grizzlies.
Vince told the media he was going for 20.
It was a franchise record in assists tonight, by the way.
Yeah, 42. Yeah, franchise record. Do you know who has the record for most assists in a game by a Grizzly?
I'm going to say...
It's not that hard. It's not like,
It's not Mike Conley.
It's not Mike Conley. No, it's not.
Jason Williams.
Jason Williams, March 30th, 2002, against the Warriors. He had 22 points and 19 assists.
How about that?
He played all 48 minutes. Ja has 17.
Okay.
Ja has 17. Yeah. 17 is Ja's career high. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk more about this, and we'll get you set for Dallas and the Denver Nuggets game, too. Double Post, we're celebrating a Grizz. Hashtag Big Dub, 137.96. Double Post, get you some DP. John Roser, Jessica Benson, Bennett Doyle. We'll be back, 92.9 FM ESPN on your radio, Grind City Media on YouTube.
This is WMFS-FM and HD1 Bar. WMFS, Memphis' sports station.
Number one in the 901.
92.9 FM ESPN and Odyssey Sports Station.
It's hard to make a basket without an assist, which is why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee can help guide you toward better health. For 80 years, they've been here in your home state, working to make your health a top priority, which means they offer important health insurance benefits at every stage of your life. Having local support really means a lot. Just ask the Grizzlies. Learn more at bcbst.com.
Grizz Nation, if you want that all-star look, there's only one place to go, Barron's Barbershop. With over a decade of experience, Barron's has built a reputation for sharp fades, classic cuts, and world-class service. Now with 2 locations, Germantown and their brand new East Memphis shop, Barron's is trusted by Memphis professionals, athletes, and trendsetters alike. And here's the kicker, at Barron's, it's more than just a haircut. From the atmosphere to the extras, you can even grab a cold beer while you're in the chair. Barron's is where style begins. Book your cut today at barronsmemphis.com.
Do you have an EMT, advanced EMT, or paramedic license? The Memphis Fire Department wants you. Visit joinmemphisfire.com to apply or to speak to a recruiter today. We'll give you all the details on exciting career options with the Memphis Fire Department. Benefits include up to 8 weeks of vacation and only 10 weeks of Fire Academy training with current EMT or paramedic license. Apply today at joinmemphisfire.com.
Don't let pests invade your home this season. Give them the full court press by calling Cook's Pest Control. The experts at Cook's deliver a full lineup of pest control, from termites to mosquitoes, all year long. Trust the South's most trusted name in pest control for over 90 years to protect your home court. Make the winning play and call Cook's today.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Southland Casino Hotel is helping you navigate to Santa. Win your share of over $550,000 in free play and a brand new Lincoln. Here Comes Santa takes flight on Saturday, November 1st, when you can begin earning entries. And don't forget the grand finale drawings on Saturday, November 29th and Saturday, December 27th to win a share of over $40,000 in free play or a brand new Lincoln. Win big during Here Comes Santa, only at Southland Casino Hotel.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Something's always happening over at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown, and I've got him on the line, Marty McNate. Hey, Marty, what's happening over there at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown?
Deals you can't pass up, Randy, like 2025 Taos S, $219 a month.
Taos S, $219 a month. What else you got, McNate?
What about a 2025 Jetta S? We Gossett, $228 a month.
$228 a month for Jetta S? That is awesome. And that Atlas deal you were telling me about?
Randy, I've got a 2026 Atlas SE, $299 a month.
I'm picking up what you're putting down over there. Hey, McNate, tell them what to do.
Come see me, Marty McNate, at Gossett Volkswagen Germantown, 7420 Winchester Road, or shop online at GossettVWG.com. And remember, your future is what you make it.
That's Gossett Volkswagen Germantown.
All 36-month lease, 7,500 miles, 25 cents excess mileage. Taos SNO 58885, MSRP 27011. Get a TM 005137, MSRP 25820. Atlas TC 515,398, MSRP 41841. Includes all rebates and incentives. 895 PF excludes fast title license with approved credit. CD for complete details. Plus finance through Volkswagen Financial Services. Valid through 10/31/25.
$137.96. The Grizzlies snap a 5-game losing streak. It was 5, right?
Correct.
Yeah, it was 5. Okay, man. That's when you know it was time for a win. When you lose count of how many games in a row you have lost. John Roser, Jessica Bitson, Bennett Doyle with you here. Let's talk about some things. You guys tell me if this is real, not real, maybe
is this
real.
Your game?
Maybe
is this our
it's
game?
Not really a game. Just like
it felt like a game.
You can expand on the conversation a little bit about some of these. Zach Edey.
Real or not real?
Leader Zach Edey.
Wait, repeat that.
Leader Zach Edey.
Real.
A leader of the team. Okay, real.
Okay. That's it?
I mean, when John and Jaren are back, like he's, well, Ja's the leader.
Is he going to be Zach Leedy?
Oh no.
That's the only reason you asked that.
No, it wasn't. That was
the only reason you asked that.
That was straight off the dome.
It's okay.
Is he going to be Zach Leedy?
I have such a good thing in my highlights tomorrow morning that I'll
I
dedicate
bet you.
to
Jessica
you.
Benson
That'll
highlights
dedicate
on the
to
Jessica
you.
Benson show tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. right
That's
here.
the tease of the morning.
Grind
I've
City
been
Media on
waiting
YouTube.
for it since I wrote it
All
in
right.
the first quarter.
You're ready.
Um,
You were like, please hold on and win this game so I can do this.
It's like those 8 points in 5 minutes for Zach Edey. I was like, please don't let these
Yeah.
go to waste. No, I think just from a sheer presence standpoint, there are so many different kinds of leaders. We talk about this all the time. There are vocal leaders, there are presence leaders, there are people who just the force of them and their existence works in a leadership way. He's 7'4" and 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of have to be a leader in some way, shape, or form. And I think he's capable of that. There's a real maturity to him. There's a real groundedness to Zach Edey. And I think that's a big positive on top of the fact that he can do the physical things that we see.
Zach Edey, after John Moran, is the second most famous person on our team.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Zach Edey's more famous than Jaron?
Well, look at the NBC game the other night. They led with talking about Zach Edey. And they were making a joke about when
The 7'4", still having a 7'4" guy?
Even still, I said to GP that I asked the question, is he the most famous guy in this game tonight? In the NBC, well, because we knew that Wemby and Ja were out.
So then it's the other ones. It's Jaron, Harrison Barnes. Well,
because Zach Edey played a national championship game.
Well,
he's National Player of the Year.
That's to Jessica's point about his groundedness, and I am when you talked about his groundedness, his maturity, and I go, that is literally because for probably 3 years of college, every opposing fan base was calling him every name under the sun because he was giving them buckets, and everybody was calling him a bum, and how you're never going to be crap at the next level because you're just tall and can't move at all. He's heard every bit of that, and he heard it for 3 years.
Right.
So that's why he's just whatever.
But from a famous standpoint, I think also to that point, because he played at Purdue for 4 years and because they were a tournament presence and make it to the championship game, people just know you when you have that kind of a run and when you are as undeniably like stand out-ish because of your size, then he's pretty famous. Cedric Coward's getting up there from like a social imprint standpoint of how many views something gets quickly. Like people are starting to jump on the Cedric Coward, and I know all of us have talked about the Kawhi compliment from Draymond Green, but it just starts to, you see his name popping up in different conversations. I don't think he's yet reached the non-basketball people know. Non-basketball people know who Zach Edey is.
Non-basketball people do know who Zach Edey is. To your point on it's crazy. Whenever you see clips from Draymond Green and his podcast, normally it's like, oh, God, what did Draymond say? And what crazy thing did Draymond say now? And then you see it and you go, there's Draymond being Draymond. This might be the first one where I think universally everybody was like, no, like Draymond's got a really good point here. Like this guy, there's like nobody who's
Everyone
been
should
like,
listen to Draymond.
There's been nobody pushing back on this Draymond clip out there about Cedric Coward and Kawhi Leonard, and I think he's we'll get to said in a minute. The Kings.
In my notes, I wrote.
Is this real? Like, is this really them?
In my notes, I wrote, every player on the Kings wants to be somewhere else.
Ooh.
I think that's fair.
At least the stars.
Because that brings me to this. This is my,
I know exactly what you're going to say, and I don't know. We didn't talk about this. I know exactly what you're going to say.
15 minutes, 22 seconds, two or three from the field, 3 or 3 from the free throw line, 4 fouls, 7 points. DeMar DeRozan.
Crazy.
Dude, DeMar DeRozan is not this. He is that miserable. DeMar DeRozan, they have broken DeMar DeRozan. He's always been the total professional.
Yeah.
Always. Everywhere he's been a total pro.
Yeah, I think
this Sacramento has broken DeMar DeRozan.
I think there was a report out there, and like I got a ton of respect for like the Kings.
He's so much better.
Like
than
listen,
this.
they're a small market like we are. Like
shout out to Deuce and Mo.
For sure, they're great.
Shout out to Deuce and Mo. Right,
they're great. They are great. Shout out. Yeah,
I don't know how y'all do it, Deuce and Mo. I don't.
This was the
God
Kings'
bless
8th
y'all.
straight double-digit loss, and they have now matched the worst 16-game start in franchise history. 4 of their losses have been by at least 27
If
points.
the Kings don't do it for themselves, the players do it for Deuce and Mo. Get a win. please, so they can talk about a win.
I think what hurt them is there was the report early in the season that they were probably gonna look towards moving guys and blowing it up. And when that's out there, that's hard. Like there's guys on that team right now that know they're probably not gonna be there at the deadline, and it's just a tough way to go through the season. Yeah, that was bad. Right.
God, remember when they had Tyrese? Not to rub it in.
No, it is like 3 years ago. Like behind, if you were to say who are like cool in the NBA, it was the Grizzlies and the Kings.
For sure.
The beam stuff. It was so with that Mike Brown year. God, it was so awesome. It was Fox and Kevin Huerter and Malik Monk and freaking they had Harrison Barnes, Sabonis. Keegan Murray was a rookie and was showing out. Like,
it's wild because they have like you said. I mean, you mentioned the DeRozan thing, like that, dude. You look at that roster; they got good players on that roster.
Yeah, they do.
They shouldn't be this bad.
I mean, I'm serious. I told you, Jessica, you and Lang before the game. I seriously asked you. I said, if we're just having a draft tonight, this is before the game. I said, how many Kings players would you take before you take a Grizzlies player? Because I was like, the point was LaVine and DeRozan would go 1-2, and Edey would probably go 3. And I mean, I don't know. Edey probably would go pretty damn high though. He might go 1 or 2 now.
Well, after this,
Edey probably does go number 1. But like, damn man, DeMar DeRozan, dude, DeRozan, you have got get my guy somewhere else. I love DeRozan. I've always loved the fact that, like, in the era of the three-point shot, like DeRozan stuck to, man, I'm a mid-range shooter, and I'm freaking awesome at it, and I get to the free throw line.
Fight on forever.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. He's USC, of course. Kyra, I'm going to give you a second here. I meant to type to you in our Slack, but you know I'm slow with that kind of stuff. My Jock Landale stuff, you better get it ready. We got to get the Jock Landale ready. My guy, Jock Landale, I might be calling him Jock Ginobili. Hit the Euro on the break, and then he also got another fast break, and he got the laid it in. Jock Ginobili, legit number 2 center.
Yes.
It did. Okay, well, because he's always kind of been a number 3.
That's why we brought him here.
It is.
You know what? I'm glad you bring. Okay, but here's the thing: is he like?
I think tonight was
he had his
perfect
best
for him.
game as a Grizzly tonight.
21 points is not real. Like that's a bit of a stretch.
This Kings front court is good for anybody.
I mean, yeah, those Kings fans had to look up and they're watching Dennis Schroeder and Maxime Reynaud and Neat Clifford out there, man.
I mean, Reynaud is a rookie.
Yeah, he's a rookie. He's a Stanford kid, right?
Poor Neat Clifford.
Yeah. But yeah, Jock Landale, I think the 15 minutes is perfect.
Yes.
The 15 minutes is perfect. Like that's 10 to 15 is where it needs to be. But I mean, he caught the ball well tonight. That's one thing we've seen him struggle with is catching the ball right, like bobbling. He caught the ball well tonight. He moved well tonight. Maybe it is the Kings, but are we buying the 15-minute Jock Landale?
Yes.
Yeah, I just think he's
I think I said 2 weeks ago I bought the 15-minute Jock Landale, and everyone looked at me like I was crazy. I saw the vision.
You saw the vision?
I saw the vision.
No Nico. You got to say no Nico.
No
Nico. No Nico Harrison.
No Nico.
No Nico. Not that vision.
That goes without saying. No, he was genuinely very good tonight.
Cedric Coward's the best perimeter defender on the team. You need to get if they needed to get a stop, let's say they needed to get a stop tonight on Zach LaVine to end the game. You're putting Cedric Coward on them.
Ooh. That's tough.
Who are you doing over him?
Over Vince?
This game is like not really turned into real, not real, maybe real. It's just kind of I'm just making statements now.
Back and forth.
Yeah. I'm just making statements.
From an experience standpoint, I think you're probably
I'm gonna say no.
Are you still?
Not right now.
You say Vince.
Yeah.
Okay, who are you? Okay, I like this. You got to get one stop. Who you putting on whoever?
I think you're putting Vince on him.
Saturday night, you got to get a stop on Cooper Flagg. Who you doing?
I think
you probably would do Jaren, but let's say Jaren. All right, let's say it's a perimeter guy,
right?
And you can't pick Jaren,
right?
Because he's fouled out. I'm sorry.
Oh my God!
I'm kidding. But you have to get a stop, and you can't have Jaren.
Yeah, Vince. I would still go Vince.
You both go Vince.
Yes.
Man, y'all are really that. Y'all hate KCP.
Oh.
He's still been around. He's a wily vet.
Is that where you're gonna go?
I would say KCP. You might go Jalen. Oh, wow, y'all both gave me a look. Y'all gave me
I just gave a pause.
face. Y'all gave me a little stank face.
Well, then it depends. What's the size of the player that we're?
It's a perimeter.
I know, but bigger, smaller.
I mean, Zach LaVine.
I think I'm going with Vince.
I think so, too.
Maybe I'm just lost in the Vince sauce.
Lost in the Vince sauce.
But if it's like Giannis, then Jaren.
Of course.
You
but
know?
we just said we're
or
taking
if it's
away.
even if it's like Durant, probably Jaren. Maybe Vince. That's a good one, Roser. That's a good one. I'm gonna give you credit there.
Who are you putting on Luka?
Vince.
Because my first thought is
Vince.
Because
he did a good job.
Gave him the credit. Yes.
As he should.
Yeah.
As he should.
But Coward is on his way to, I think by the end of the season, we're having a very realistic universe where we are definitively saying Cedric Coward.
We talked about this so shout out Draymond Green for listening to the double post, because we talked about that earlier, and earlier in the season we were talking about it after the Indiana game, and we were saying if the ball handling improves, if his ball handling and how that improves is going to determine just how great he is. Yeah. Because if you still see a little upright, a little stiff with the ball handling, but there's room there where it can get better. Because he's only going to get big. He already can bump you and get separation. That jump, that three in the corner on Westbrook, he's already doing.
Yeah.
So if that gets better, then what's the Michael Jordan thing? What did he say? The ceiling is the roof or whatever.
Sounds right.
Something like that. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. We'll go with that. The ceiling,
is the roof.
The ceiling is the roof for Cedric Coward. Tonight makes you more confident GG gets more rotation minutes, or you're less confident in GG rotation minutes going forward?
I did not. I thought he looked decent out there tonight. I did.
You were stumbling.
No. I wanted to be careful. I didn't want to be like, yeah, of course he deserves to play. But I thought that maybe he deserves to get a little run after tonight. I thought he looked decent out there.
I don't think he 2-9 from the field. Whatever, dude. You're going to miss shots. The 2-9 tells me in 18 minutes, you were playing free, which is great, which is how you need to play. Need you to play free. 9 rebounds. 9 rebounds, 2 offensive rebounds. You're crashing the glass, you're hustling. I thought there was another one where he initiated a drive. The ball got passed to him, and he initiated a drive that started a whole swing that ended in a Coward wide open three. Said missed the three, but I was like, there it is. Gigi caught the ball in the wing and just boom, drove left baseline, swung it out to the other corner, and it popped around back to the left wing to Coward, and he missed the three, but I was like, there it is.
I liked his minutes. I liked Omax's minutes.
I like Gigi's minutes.
I love that Omax plays like his hair is on fire.
He absolutely plays like his hair is on fire. He's a madman.
Now, he's a guy I think should play. That's a guy I think should play more minutes, because he's one of the most athletic guys that you have on your team, and he plays hard defensively. I think Gigi looked. I'll say he looked more confident tonight than he has the past couple times he's gotten run. I mean, that's just the truth.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I think for him defensively, I do think one of the things that is going to be important for him defensively is his positioning. Because Gigi is, if you watch, he is upright. He's very upright. He's not a get low in a defensive stance player. That's not he's kind of stiff there. So I think for him, but he still can be a good defensive player because he is athletic. But it's just a different kind of athleticism. It's not a super quick lateral side to side athleticism. That's not. He's more straight speed. So I think for defense for him is going to be a lot about just being in the right position and learning to be in the right position. And we forget that he's only 20 years old.
Before I leave, because it's almost my bedtime.
Yeah, I got one more for you too.
Can we just say hi to Jemai Meshach,
Yeah, we got Jemai.
First career NBA
career
bucket.
point. It's a 3.
Shout out to Jemai
And he made
Mayshak.
2 of them.
Jemai Treyshak.
Oh, that's what they say.
That's what they say.
That's
Jemai
what they've always
Treyshak.
said.
That's what he said. He said that's a part of my game y'all don't know
Exactly.
about.
He tried to tell us.
You know what?
He tried to tell us.
I saw him down with the hustle a couple of times, and the first 2 games he took 13 combined shots, and then the third game he played, he took 13 shots in the game, and he was 3 of 13. But I was like, good, because you're going to need to, like, when you play with the hustle. I know you've never been asked to be a scorer, be a real offense, but you're going to have to be at the G League level. Now he's probably not going to have to be, a pure scorer here at the NBA level, but you are going to have to show an offensive game if you're going to be able to stick in the league. Like, you're going to have to show some sort of offensive threat. So the fact that he knocked down those 2 threes, look, the defense is going to be fine. I saw it. If Tennessee fans saw it, I saw it with the hustle. There was about 3 games that he put where he just decided, okay, I'm taking the ball from this guy at half court, and he would go take the ball from him at half court. So I got no worries about the defense. It's going to be there. But if he shows he can do this on the offensive end, woo, might have something on our hands here.
Yeah.
Might have something on our hands. All right, last one, and then we'll take the break. And Jessica, you can get out of here. I've also got to get out of here too at some point because I got to take my dogs to daycare at 7 a.m. tomorrow. Rotations changing. Yeah, if anybody noticed it, the starters played the first 6 minutes of the third quarter. They played they sat out the last 6 minutes of the third quarter, which didn't really matter because you had the game won.
Yeah.
But I just took note of that. The starters played all 6 minutes of the third quarter. And the reason I even brought that Gigi question up is because the starters started the fourth quarter, except it was minus, I think, Santi, and Gigi was in for him. So that's why I kind of brought that up. It was Gigi with the starters. But just saying, third quarter, first 6 minutes, it wasn't that sub at the 8-minute mark or the 9-minute mark. It was, or 8.5 minute. They played the first 6 minutes of the quarter. We think we're going to see more of that.
I think TBD.
When it happened, I was like,
maybe real?
Is this because of the situation
Right.
tonight?
Right.
Or is this an adaptation that we're seeing 15 games in?
Yeah.
TBD.
Yeah, TBD, especially because you'll get Job back hopefully within the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
Jaren hopefully back in the next game. We should get an update on Ty Jerome soon.
I think we're going to get one. It sounded like we're getting one tomorrow.
So
He's being reevaluated tomorrow.
Right, which means I think we're getting the update tomorrow.
Yeah, because I think he said by the end of the week, but tomorrow's Friday.
Yeah, he said late. He said later in the week, and I'm like it's Thursday, dude. So tomorrow's Friday, which would make sense because I remember Monday was 4 weeks from Ty's injury, and I remember when Brandon, when it was exactly 4 weeks from his, it came about 3 days after the 4 week mark. So we're about there with Ty. So probably tomorrow, if not, we'll get one Saturday afternoon before they play the Mavericks. But yeah, I think we should. So we're maybe real.
Maybe real.
We're maybe real on that.
Ish.
Maybe real-ish. All right. Well, cool.
My takeaway.
See you, Jay.
We'll do these more in the season.
They're not dead yet.
They're not dead yet.
There's a handful of teams on November 20th that feel awfully dead.
Grizzlies
are not.
The team we just played. Okay, dead. Wizards.
Yes.
Nets.
Yes.
Pacers.
Unfortunately,
Injury-wise,
yes. Just because of the injuries.
Are the Hornets?
No.
You don't. 4-11.
Kniple's awesome.
Knipple is awesome. 4-11 though.
Yeah, but you
I
saw the
know.
LaMelo Ball stuff today.
Yeah, but he called him the clown.
He did say that was a clown report.
Clown.
So
What happened?
there was a report that he wants out in Charlotte, and he quote
Clown
tweeted
emoji.
the report with a clown emoji.
Oh.
So take that for
Maybe
what it
because
is.
nobody wants him.
Yeah. I doubt that.
Every other no. Those are the
So we're
only-
saying no on the Hornets. They're not done. I would say no too.
Okay. The Hornets are 3.5 back of the. They're 4 back.
because
of the
they're in
10
the
seed.
East too. That's
4
the
back.
thing.
4 back of the 10 seed. Pelicans.
Yes.
I don't think they're done. I don't.
I know.
I think they have talent. That's why I'm not going to put. That's why I'm not putting them in the grave yet. I think they got talent.
Okay. I am. But
The
that's fair.
Kings.
Yes.
Yes.
The Mavericks.
No.
I don't know. Does Kyrie come back?
I think they are
because I come back.
I think they're going to blow it up. I think the
That's
reports you're
true.
seeing out of Dallas
Right,
and
yeah,
Mark
okay.
Cuban's back, and it's like, we're getting out of
Yes.
this
Good
3 to
point.
4 year window, this 3 year window, and we're going to actually they need to get picks back, and they're going to try to build this thing up. So I do think they are kind of toast. The Clippers.
I'm so close to saying yes.
I'm very close.
I'm going to say no.
But I'm with you. I hear you, Bennett.
You know why I'm going to say no? Because every time, how many times has this happened with Kawhi, where it's like he's out for a long extended period of time, and then he just comes back and plays a bunch of games?
Yeah.
Like it's, that could happen like at any time,
absolutely
right? Like,
could.
he could just show up and be ready to go and play a bunch of games in a row, and they get right back in it. So I say not dead yet. No.
Not dead yet.
They've
All right.
lost 9 or 10, and they got boat raced.
We'll reevaluate this. You know what? In about 10 games, we'll know more. We'll know way more about this.
Weird how that works.
Yeah. Weird how that works. All right, Jessica, get out of here. We got one more segment. Bennett and I will wrap it up. We'll take it from here. Jessica, she'll be on the air 8 a.m. tomorrow. Grind City Media on YouTube. Double Post, John Roser, Jessica Benson, Bennett Doyle. We'll be back. 92.9 FM ESPN on your radio. Grind City Media on YouTube.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You are strong. You are fearless. You are a fighter. And every last drop of this rich golden Modelo is yours. So raise it up high, because you've earned it. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
3 iconic forces. 1 unforgettable experience. New Edition, Boys to Men, and Tony Braxton. The Black Promoters Collective presents New Edition Way Tour, starring New Edition, Boys to Men, and Tony Braxton. The New Edition Way Tour, March 19th at FedEx Forum. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster. Presented by the Black Promoters Collective.
In 72 months, you'll eat 2,000 lunches and face down 313 Mondays. But you know what you won't do? Pay interest on your new HVAC system from Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air. That's 6 years of cool summers, cozy winters, and 0 interest. Yep, Mitch Wright actually makes comfort affordable. So while you're binge-watching 1,000 shows, Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air keeps your home just right. Visit MitchWrightAir.com today and lock in 72 months of interest-free tomorrows. Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air. You call, we're there.
Feeling crushed by burnout, addiction, anxiety, or depression? Got struggles you can't put into words? Home lost its warmth? Family needing a boost? Ignite your hope with Complete Care Family Psychiatry, where we're bold, unique, and making a difference. Our tight-knit caring team delivers vibrant, holistic care crafted just for you and your loved ones. CCFP is your slam dunk for mental wellness. Spark your peace today. Book now at ccfp.clinic and see how we treat you differently.
It's flu and COVID season. Boost your immune system at the Shot Nurse with the Tri-Immune Booster, packed with vitamin C and zinc. Give your body a head start at fighting off illness. Protect yourself and loved ones. With 2 locations to serve you, it's fast, convenient, and the flu shot is free with most insurances. I get my vaccines from the Shot Nurse.
Solutions you need with the personal touch. The Shot Nurse.
Each challenge is unique, so each game plan is customized to identify opportunity and the path to victory. It's true in basketball. It's true in banking. Grizzlies Checking from Pinnacle with personalized planning and advice. Play hard, bank easy. Celebrate 25 years with Pinnacle and the Grizzlies. Open a Grizzlies checking account with at least $100 and a recurring direct deposit of at least $300 by November 30th. And you could get a Grizzlies jersey. Details at grizzliesbanking.com. Member FDIC.
Looking for a place to get hyped before the game? Courtside Grill at the Westin Memphis Beale Street is the place. Try our specialty appetizers like alley-oop nachos layered with cheese, tomatoes, and jalapenos. The technical foul appetizer will mean you are in big trouble as you savor 6 big bites of wings. Fallon out tenders dipped in buttermilk served with fries will be worth it. And try our unlimited soup and salad for just $15. Snack on some chips and queso while you're waiting for that courtside burger. It's 7 ounces cooked to order served with fries. Dribble into flavor with our full court press cocktails, the ultimate shot for your taste buds. The fan favorite is the slam dunk drink, which will really get you hyped up. If you're hanging with your friends, a bucket of beer will do the trick, and a must try is that courtside lemonade that is a divine cocktail for the ladies. After all the fun at courtside, jump into our heavenly bed for a restful night. Courtside Grill just across the street from the FedEx Forum. See it, the only destination before and after the game. It's all fun at Courtside Grill.
Hey,
Hey Grizz fans, get up and get out with Grivet Outdoors, your Memphis outdoor and run specialty shop. From Viore and Patagonia to On, Hoka, New Balance, and Brooks, we've got the gear to keep you moving on and off the court.
Grizzlies win 137-96 over the Sacramento Kings. Double post here, our final segment. John Roser, Bennett Doyle now with you. I'm looking at this. DeMichael Cole wrote a piece about, he spoke with a sports medicine specialist about Ja's calf injury, the next steps before return, and the overall outlook of calf injuries across the league. Basically, he said the Grizzlies have addressed and discussed the league, the increase in soft tissue injuries across the league, and Coach Isola said it's something the coaches, players, and organizations need to take into account moving forward. We'll see, but the NBA is obviously doing some massive. I think they're doing some massive study on it. Let's do here real quick. Let's look at the NBA tonight. There are only a couple games, so there's not many. The Magic. They're starting to get it going. 129-101 over the Clippers. They blew out the Clippers. Jalen Suggs, 23 points, 7 assists. Let's see Orlando. They've won 5 of their last 6. The only loss was a 117-113 overtime loss to the Houston Rockets, who are awesome. So looks like our guy Desmond Bane, our old buddy Desmond Bane. Well. Yeah, Orlando's starting to looks like they're starting to get it together, and they're going to be the force that we thought they would. The Bucks fell to the Sixers. The Sixers in overtime, 123-114 in Milwaukee. Tyrese Maxey, 54 points. Tyrese Maxey, did we know before this season that Tyrese Maxey could be the best player on a really good team? Because I think he is. I think he's the number one guy on a really good team.
Yeah.
And they've gotten Paul George back. They got Paul George back. He had 21 tonight. But Maxey, 18 of 30 from the field, 54 points, 9 assists. He is freaking awesome, man.
Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey's awesome. And then our other game, the Spurs beat the Hawks. The thing that's tough for the Grizzlies and the spot they're in is like the Spurs are in your division and the Rockets are in your division, which you say, well, what does the divisions matter? Those are teams you guaranteed you play 4 times a year. Like you play your division teams 4 times a year, and you're not guaranteed you play every other West team 4 times a year, but you do play the Spurs and you do play the Rockets
Mavs
4 times a year. And then play the Mavs too. So maybe you get 4 wins out of that. Anything else you want to add on this one? Look, I think you needed a win. You got the win. And I think this is 2 teams tonight who needed to get a win. One team lost 7 in a row. The other team had lost 5 in a row. One team came in and looked desperate for a win. The other team looked like we don't care at all.
Yeah, you had to get a win tonight because it was going to look bleak if you didn't, just as far as looking at the schedule and saying, well, if you can't win this one, where are you getting one? And now that you do and get over that hump, you hope that you can string something together because you do have winnable games coming up. And hopefully get that record a little bit better. Then hopefully you get your reinforcements and Ja back. Hopefully you get Ty Jerome back. Hopefully we get a good news on an update. And then you can start thinking, okay, this is what the team's really supposed to look like and what it was supposed to look like, when the season started. And then you can,
And then you can really make your evaluations. Right, You can see, okay, what do we need now? But it appears, I think they're finding some stuff with Vince Williams against some of these better teams. They've just got to.
Yeah, he's got 29 assists over the past 3 games. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, that's real.
They've got to figure out when they get to the games against the good teams. They got to figure out how to close them in the fourth quarter.
Yes,
and having your closer will matter in those because what happened in the Spurs game?
If you had Ja in that game, you probably win that game.
You probably win that game. The other thing too, I will say though. For them in that game, Jaren had great looks, and Zach Edey had 2 baby hooks right at the goal that he normally would make, and he missed them. So I'm even kind of like, you know what? They just missed shots they normally make. So it's
right.
I think I am more hopeful that I think they're going to be okay. I think but they got to get everybody back. And if they don't get everybody back, and we're just doing this juggling all year because you can't get your star players all playing together, well, then it's just going to be tough. But I think you get them back. I think they got something. I do. I think they got something. And it's a long, long season. Remember, the 2010-11 Grizzlies didn't hit 500 the year they beat the Spurs and almost went to the West Finals. They were 1 game away from it. They didn't hit 500 till January 29th. The Indiana Pacers last year were 10-15 in their first 25 games. It's a long season.
Yep.
It's a long, long season. All right, that is going to do it for us tonight. Here's how you can see. What did I do with that page, the next broadcast? It's somewhere in here. Hang on. I got to find it now. Here it is. That'll do it for us. Here we go. Eric Hasseltine and Elliot Perry on the call. Our studio engineer was Wes Warwick. Our Grizzlies Vice President of Broadcast and Productions, John Pugliese. Director of Broadcasting, Scott Zachary. Brad Carson's the brand manager at 92.9 FM ESPN. Their general manager is Nicole Hartman. 92.9 ESPN, that's the flagship home of the Memphis Grizzlies, and their parent company is Odyssey. Our technical director downstairs is Kyra Black. Our next radio broadcast, Saturday night, the Grizzlies visit the Mavericks. I will be on the air 7 o'clock, tip-off at 7:30. The next double post will be Monday, November 24th, when the Grizzlies will host the Denver Nuggets. For Jessica Benson, for Bennett Doyle, thank you for watching and listening. Good night, everybody. Peace.